Today we will talk about role of sport in promoting values. Okay. And the first question is for you. What is meant by a value? Name and explain value that are promoted through sport. Okay. Role of sport in promoting values. Okay, values are principles or standards of behavior that are judged to be of importance. Sport is a great way to encourage these values to be displayed and reinforced. Typical values include team spirit. All aspects of life require you to work with and get along with other people. Sport encourages working together with other individuals towards a common goal. For example, winning a match. Fair play. Life has rules, legal, social, moral, and ethical, that we must abide by. Learning the importance of adhering to rules and being fair to others can be achieved through playing sport. Citizenship. Sport creates a feeling of belonging and helps to maintain pride in surroundings and a desire to be socially responsible. This value is promoted by getting involved in a local community sports club. Tolerance and respect. Tolerance is needed in order to cooperate and get on with other people. Physical activity can develop an understanding of other people, countries, and cultures. Inclusion. Everyone has different abilities, needs, and society should accommodate this as best it can. Adapting sport so that people of all abilities can participate makes it inclusive. Excellence. Sport creates opportunity for individuals to strive to be the best they can be. National pride. National pride fosters positive self image and pride in achievements and surroundings. Supporters and performers unite behind the country team. Mhm. The Olympic and Paralympic movement. The ancient Olympic Games were held in Greece but developed into the modern Olympic Games in 1896. The Olympic Games was developed by Baron Pierre de Coubertin. He believed in a healthy, balanced mind and body and encouraging performers to strive to do their best. The Olympic creed or message was as follows: the most important thing is the Olympic Games is not to win, but to take part. Just as the most important thing is life is not the trump but the struggle. The essential thing is not have to conquer it, but to have fought well. The aims of Olympic Games are to promote the development of physical and moral qualities using sport to bring athletes from around the world together, to educate young people through sport, developing friendship and more harmonious world. Unfortunately, in recent Olympic Games, these have not always been adhered to amidst cheating, corruption, and bribes. The symbol of the Olympic Games is five interlocking rings of the same size, which represents the union of the five continents. The Olympic Games values are central to the movement and have been retained over many years. Respect for all countries, cultures, and other performers. Excellence, achieve the best you can. friendship, promotion of friendly competition, courage. This is pushing yourself even when it gets tough, persevere to succeed despite barriers, inspiration, role models to inspire the next generation, equality, all nations have equal opportunities. There are other programs which have successfully promoted the development of core values among children and adults. Football for Hope campaign launched by FIFA. Change to shine from the England Cricket Board Sport Relief. Creating chance from the Premier League. This goal can support England initiative. Etiquette and sporting behavior. Sport has unwritten rules or customs to uphold respect and fairness when competing. This is how people to play in the spirit of the game. They often require players to take an active approach to respect and fairness, not just avoid breaking the rules. Acknowledging that a ball was out in tennis or shaking hand with an opponent even if you lose. By observing the etiquette of sport, participants are safe and the core values are promoted. Sportsmanship and set of unwritten rules of or code of the behavior that a player stands by when competing. Each sport has its own code of behavior and sportsmanship gestures. And there are places or times in a game situation or competition when sporting gestures are expected to take place. After an injury in football, the ball is kicked out. After an injury occurs to a player, the ball is then drawn back. Respect in rugby. After a match, both teams form a tunnel and clap each other off. With success, even as a winning team, players should be gracious. Shaking hands is an offer of commiseration. After a defeat, even after losing a match, players should shake hands and show mutual respect. Gamesmanship is slightly different to sportsmanship as it's bending the rules to gain an advantage over opponents, usually a tactical and unethical ploy. For example, feinting an injury in football to waste time. Other acts of gamesmanship in sports are below: taking injured timeouts during a tennis game, or appealing in cricket, standing in front of snooker players' shot line. Sporting behaviors are not just for the participants but extend to the spectators too. Certain sports have a reputation for high levels of spectator etiquette. For, ex- for example, crowd silence during a golf shot. Other examples of spectator etiquette include quiet during a national anthem. In football, when the opposition national anthem is played, the crowd are quiet. In tennis or snooker, when the shots are being played out, don't use abusive language. Rugby fans are supportive of their own team but respectful of the other team. Applaud fair play opposition. Crowd should applaud when performers demonstrate acts of sportsmanship. There are numerous sporting initiatives that have been introduced to reduce negative sporting behavior and promote sportsmanship and etiquette. Mhm. It's a uh, it's a controversial problem. The performance enhancing drugs are substances that are used to improve any form of athletic performance. The rewards that come with winning are so great that athletes are increasingly tempted to cheat with the use of drugs. Pressure to succeed as an individual. Elite athletes are under a huge amount of pressure from competitors, coaches, family, and themselves to win. This pressure can cause individuals to make poor decisions, judgments. Uh, Pressure as a nation is increasingly common and is linked to politics, especially during home games or events. A nation's success and can lead to politicians' gains. The Russian athletics scandal highlights the pressure placed on coach to produce gold medal winning performance. Rewards. In today's sport, winning and success leads to higher profile, increased appearance fees, and lucrative sponsorship deals. Prize money fame can motivate athletes to cheat and take performance enhancing drugs to match their competitors. In some events, drug abuse has become so common that athletes often say, if everyone else is, then I will follow in order to keep up. It's difficult to constantly detect new drugs being used by athletes, and some believe doping is just a part of sport. Over the last decade, the Tour de France has had the widespread drug doping problems. Athletes should be aware that doping can have severe health and social consequences. Reasons against drugs use includes performers gain an unfair advantage and undermines the integrity of sport. The second, the consequence of being found guilty are large fines, bans, and significant reputation damage. The health risks to the performer are clear, ranging from organ defects to severe, long lasting damage to the body. WADA, World Anti Doping Agency, is an independent organization responsible for drug testing, anti doping programs, and research. WADA has a list of banned substances which is regularly updated in the light of new drugs being detected. WADA introduced the whereabouts rule in 2004 as a part of its out of competition testing procedures. Athletes are required to provide details of where they can be found for 1 hour every day. While this rule inevitably creates some inconvenience for professional athletes, it is the responsibility of the individual to be where they stay there and keep this personal information up to date. Regular and random drug testing during and out of competition will help to deter cheats. The advanced research into new undetectable drugs will help to eliminate laboratories who manufacture the illegal drugs used by performers. WADA have also developed the methods of testing for performance enhancing drugs. The common methods include a blood sample, urine sample, hair sample, nail sample. Current initiatives from WADA include the education of coaches and athletes to raise awareness of the risks and consequences associated with doping. All governing bodies will have an anti doping program and will visit training institutions and schools to educate young potential athletes. Using both positive and negative role models can help deliver this message. Another strategy in the fight against drugs in sport is the introduction of stricter punishments. In 2015, 15, WADA increased bans to 4 years and lifetime ban for a second offense. Medals have also been stripped from athletes uh, re- retrospectively and bans extended to coaches too.